once we defeat 4 monsters, Bessie will come down. We'll just tank him against the door, or her against the door, I guess. Just watch out for yellow circles. And there's also there will be yellow circles that drop, just watch those. And there's also like a debuff called Combusting Seed that places like a red circle around a player. Should be able to heal through it without too much of an issue though. And then after that, once we get Bestia down to 50, we'll honestly there'll be ads that spawn, but we'll just tunnel the boss. Because once we defeat Bestia, the ads will actually despawn. I'll call for raid boss at around 25, I think.
Just AoE taunt the ads, I assume, or does it matter much?
Not in story mode, I don't think. Okay, any questions? Alright, on UCAD.
Your lesson in torment begins now.
So, monsters and larvae in the back, as well as in the front. Focus the larvae first. Ideally, we group them up and then AoE them.
Your flesh will fuel my pets. My pets are
There's still a larva alive here.
behold. Your flesh will fuel my pets.
Larva, over to the left.
My pets are legion. Behold. Your flesh will fuel my pets.
Another larva on the right here, focus that.
You like my corruption?
Back to the monster. And I guess after this larva and monster are down, Bestia will come down. So get out of that red. Or if you have red, just move it away. Get out yellow. Someone has red, take that away. Sorry to butcher your name. Careful of the yellow.
My pets are legion. Behold.
Okay. Ignore the ads. We're just gonna try to burn down the boss before the ads overwhelm us. If we could get an off tank and just to take them away from the group, that'd be nice. Raid boss. Stay out of that yellow.
Enjoy this momentary victory. It will be your last.
That was a lot of achievements. Okay. Guild loot rules. Please only, or if you win an item of a certain type, such as isotopes or mats, please only agree or pass on all future rolls, or decos counts in that too. If a tactical or set bonus pops up, please only need or on it if you are currently in that spec and like class. There's usually a good number of dread holocrons on this run. And when you come out, just go straight across. Doors will only open up once you clear the previous boss. Actually, if we CC the Watchman, I think we can get past, or stealth past. If you just hug the left wall. And we'll just clear this trash. Again, focus the integrators. Forgot to mention this.
Intruders, pawns, insects.
Okay, now we are on to Tyrants. So, basically, if you drop down, there's a holocron in the middle here where you can just click it and you'll come back up. Honestly, it doesn't matter. It depends, or like where you drop, but I'll explain the mechanics because not everyone's done this before. So basically, the main mechanic is something called simplification. So if there's like a simplification thing, it'll be like a big yellow kind of, or big red kind of thing, circle that like goes out and then like covers the entire tile. So if you have that, just move to one of the outside ones, ideally. Like here, or here, or here. Healers and like ranged DPS can just like stand back here and they'll be fine. So tanks need to be careful because there's a, so first you want to face him away because I think he has a something called Thundering Blast. He also has something called Inferno, where basically there's going to be a circle on the ground that's like an AoE that deals fire. So you just want to take those, or take the boss away from those circles. And then just a word of caution, you need to like jump into the middle of a tile before he like teleports to each tile. So like if you're like on the edge, he won't necessarily come to you. He might still be on like this tile, but like if you like move to the center, he'll come on fully on. So in story mode, I think 2 simplifications go out, one random and then one to the tank, or the person who currently has aggro. So we're gonna, since we have 2 tanks, we're just gonna tank swap it. So I'm gonna want, I guess, Cad on boss first and then Caesar after. So once Cad gets a simplification, you just Caesar, you would want to taunt, and then Cad could run to a panel and drop a simplification. That's really it. There is a dot that goes out that's placed on a random player, but that can be cleansed.
Are there any special implications on the cleanse, or is it just need to be taken off?
It's just like you just kind of like walk to a tile, and like once it covers the entire tile, you just kind of like let it drop, or you just kind of like walk off, and then like it'll drop. It's like a red circle that shrinks and then like covers like the tile. And I see a healer's guarded just to the tanks. You generally want to guard DPS because they're the people who will generally take aggro from you, from like high burst openers especially.
Are you DPS right now?
Yeah, but I'm also level 72.
That's true.
Any other questions? So we'll just start on the left side and then kind of like go clockwise around. At least that's how I've always done it. Okay, on the tanks, just saber throw something.
Striking blindly out of fear.
And remember to stay behind Tyrants, as he does have a bit of a cleave.
So when do I want to move him to the next tile?
You lost aggro. That's a swap. That is not good. We'll work with it. Watch out for the Inferno. Just bring him onto like the center platforms because that's getting a little precarious there. And don't walk through the fire. Okay, it's away now.
I am beyond
Simplification on Dravi. Simplification on Examiner. Watch out for an Inferno coming out. Simplifications are going out.
wrong enough.
So I just grab them on the back panels. And we'll do raid buff set, or Inferno's going out. We'll do raid buff set 20. Just watch out for the Inferno. And remember to stay behind the boss if you're DPSing. Or if you're a tank, face them away from the group.
You are inferior. You've
Simplification.
already lost.
If you have the simplification, please don't jump to a different tile until this circle like disappears. Because let's see, so the tile that the circle disappears on is the tile that will drop. That was my bad for not explaining that, I guess, better earlier.
Do not attempt to
Simplification.
comprehend my methods.
And once the tile goes red, you can feel free to move. Inferno. Raid buffs.
am beyond defeat.
Gonna have to change tiles there. Good job.
This was but a game.
So I apologize if my
Protest.
explanation of the simplification there is a little poor. Something else to keep in mind is make sure to not loot until everyone else is alive and in the area. As otherwise they may not be able to roll on like ice stuff or mats.
My visions are unchanged. Destiny awaits you.
Could I double sleep them?
I don't think you can sleep these guys.
You can't.
That's a big rip.
Yeah, I guess from what Gazillionaire said, it should be 30 seconds for battle res. Although your personal cooldown might be longer. Okay, so
As expected,
we're going to cheese this, so everyone's just going to stand in this branch. You want to like just run into it so that everyone's stacked in here, including tanks, because this isn't hard mode. So basically, we'll pull, we'll DPS in here. If not everyone's stacked up, we'll get a red circle, which is like a kind of like a dot. So we'll stand here, burn them to 75, and then all 16 of us will go left. So there's going to be two portals that show up to the left and right here afterward. Left represents the past and the right represents the future. So we'll all go left first. So during that phase, we'll have to protect. There's something called the Sea of Knowledge, so we'll just protect that from any enemies that spawn around it. It's just like a green crystal that's in a random spot. It can also be shielded, cleansed, healed, stuff like that. So we'll just kill the ads that are trying to destroy it. And after 75 seconds, it'll like finish its cast, and someone will take it and pick it up, and then someone will carry a seed to a flower bed, and then that'll like grow into like the tree of the future.
Please step down from the branch, please.
It's honestly okay if you're on the branch. Just the reason I say like to get into the branch is because I want everyone to be in melee range.
Okay.
Because otherwise the big dot comes out, or the big AoE comes out. So after that, we'll be teleported back here. We'll come back into the branch, and then we'll just burn them down to 50 again. And so we'll want to... I want frames 1 and 3, I guess, to go to the left. So that's Zadriel down to Alatar, and Mazen down to Gazillionaire. Actually, I'm going to swap myself here. So that's Zadriel down to Alatar, and Drahi down to Gazillionaire. Go to the left. on the second phase, and then or the second set of portals, and then Caesar down to Friskar and Zydia down to I'm gonna butcher this Shalashtalin. Go to the right. So 1 and 3 to the left, 2 and 4 to the right. And so we'll just like sorry. There's gonna be a crystal, or for the left group, there's gonna be a crystal that kind of like the Calfee targets, and on the right, we're gonna have to call out which crystal he leaps to. I can do that, and I'm pretty sure Cadriel knows like where to go to.
I mean, you don't even have to call it out in story mode. It's just
oh yeah, it shows up. And so I guess they reiterate. Left group there's gonna be like a circle around the crystal. You just DPS it down 3 times. Right group, we'll just kind of like try to DPS him. I guess that's really it.
Did you say 1 and 3 go left?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
1 and 3 go left, 2 and 4 go right. And then I want to say that after that we get teleported back here, and then we just burn Calfee down again from 50 to 0. We'll do weight left set 20 for burn again. So to reiterate, burn, Calfee, everyone go left, protect the seed, and then plant it. Once we do that, we come back here, burn again. 1 and 3 go left, 2 and 4 go right. 2 and 4 should DPS Calfee, 1 and 3 should just like destroy seeds. Don't destroy any extra seeds, as that can screw things up. And then once that's done, we'll come back here and just burn boss. Any questions? Sorry for my kind of long explanations. That is my bad. I forgot to share the weekly. I usually summon and then share the weekly, so I guess that kind of messed up my flow. Okay, I'm gonna ready check. Okay, on you, Cad.
Your future, your past, your doom.
Everyone to the left.
Bloom into nightmares.
And Cad, you want to pick up the seed?
Lead him out back, right?
Yeah, just like take him, and then we'll just go back here. Focus the spoilers. And I guess in the offline, just DPS Calfee, even though he's almost down.
And he's sleeping.
Back to just spoilers. Last set. I'm gonna pick it up. Or someone else gonna.
I got it.
Okay. And then just back to the scale thing, and then we'll just all go back after.
I never get to pick it up, so I wanted to.
Yeah. Back in the branch. In hard mode, you need a team to go to the future, just so you can see where the tree actually grows.
The choices you have made.
Frames 1 and 3 to the left, 2 and 4 to the right. Okay, and just tank and spank for Cal feature on the right side. On the left, make sure you don't DPS any crystals. That would have been back left, like 9 o'clock.
Oh, yep. So kill the lit up crystal, right?
The one with the circle underneath it, yeah. Are you guys gonna get it?
Got
Okay,
it. Sorry, didn't see it right away.
That was kind of close.
Okay, back left or front left? Sorry.
That was front left, like 3 o'clock. Got it. Back right 6 o'clock. All right, and after we'll be teleported back, and we'll just get in the branch and burn him. Rated buffs at 20. Rated buffs.
You thought to kill me, but no. We will meet again soon.
Congrats on the Chivas, everyone.
There is more for you to see, so much more.
I'll grab the back one. Caesar, you can grab the front one when we go.
Yeah, you want to keep these separate because they grow stronger if you keep them close by to each other. Same thing here. Okay, now we have the ballerina boss, Raptus. So we're gonna only be here for a short while, so tank, just like tank him to the side here, as he does have a cleave. So after we burn him for 7%, we'll get teleported into a different area. So he'll be in like a bubble, and there's gonna be 3 crystals around him. So I want tanks to grab the purple crystals, DPS to grab red crystals, and healers to grab green crystals. So the setup is actually going to be similar in the room. Basically, there's going to be like tank, heal, and like a DPS crystal behind him with like a throne, and then like there's going to be like a kind of like a platform here. So generally tanks, or like a ramp, yeah, DPS grab red. So tanks generally want to like kind of be out to the side here, as he does cleave, and everyone else kind of wants to be on the ramp, or like I guess on the top. So he has like, I want to say 2 main cleave attacks. So first is like it's like a pretty wide one. For that one, you can kind of just like walk through it. Like once he like kind of lays out the telegraph, you can just walk through it to avoid the actual cleave. The second thing is just like a normal kind of like cleave. It's a lot narrower. You can't avoid that. So just try to avoid facing that to tank or to the DPS. So after we burn him for a bit, he'll go invulnerable, and we'll have to go to our challenges. So one tank is going to be kiting Raptus. The other tank is going to be just going into the tank challenge, just follow DCD or just stand there. And once you complete the challenge, you can hop out. Healers will just be healing someone. Just wait for everyone to like gather up by the portal and then go in. And then DPS should group up a little bit and then like wait to go in. So we're just gonna be like DPSing down something. Once that's completed, we'll just be teleported, or there's gonna be a portal you can walk through to come back, grab more crystals, DPS some more, and then more challenges, and then from 50% down to 0. So this is like his burn kind of phase. He has an AoE called Force Execution. So essentially it's like a circle and then like 2 kind of conals on either side. So tank's gonna, or whoever has aggro, you cannot avoid the conal cleaves kind of part of it, but you can avoid the big circle. I don't think it hurts too badly in story mode, but try to avoid it so the healers don't hit you. We'll do raid buffs at 20 again. Any questions? I'll make calls as we go. Okay, on you, Cad.
Sanity is a prison. madness release you.
Grab your crystal, red for DPS, green for heals, purple for tank.
Now I should tank him like down around here, right?
That marker is where I generally tank it. DPS should be staying like right here. Because otherwise you're gonna get the cleave.
Spin. Ever downward. Fall. Disappear.
I don't think he has a knockoff in story mode. So we should need a tank swap here.
You despair. Seem to want to die.
Challenges, so go to your portals. Caesar, you have to stay in here and just kite wrap us around. So don't go into the portal. Casual will go into the portal.
Comprehend.
Oh, Caesar went in. Okay.
You will kite them. In hard mode, it's usually a DPS that actually kites that. But, yeah, this should be pretty easy.
Do not seek reason. You cannot comprehend. Do not seek reason. You cannot comprehend.
Did someone not complete the challenge? I'm confused. Okay, grab a crystal again. The boss shouldn't be too bad in story mode. Usually, I don't think that matters who goes in. I think it's just whoever has aggro will be like challenged, essentially. But I could be wrong.
I mean, I've went in
You
and
can walk
DPS
through
and passed the tank challenge. Back here.
So you saw that like big cleave. You want to face that. You can just walk through that to avoid the knockback.
Let go. Prepare to know true fear.
Okay, should I go
Right,
in this
Cad.
time?
Nope.
By resisting,
Just stay out here and kite.
on yourself. You haven't the resolve to continue.
There we go.
Let go.
So that's the forced execution. So stay out of the middle circle. Feel free to grab a crystal if you want a buff. It's not necessary.
Should tank stay out of the middle circle, or does it matter?
No,
Tanks are
tanks
hurt.
need to stay in the line. Get them back to the middle. But tanks, you saw like the two lines, or like the line that popped out. So the line follows you, but you can like get out of the circle.
Do not seek reason. You cannot comprehend.
Rainbow, or actually not yet. Get out of the middle circle.
You haven't the resolve to continue. Let
You can walk through that, by the way, instead of getting knocked back.
Okay, like just walk straight forward.
Pretty much. Like walk
Oh.
through him.
There's a thingamajig.
do not
He should have sent me up in the air.
you cannot comprehend.
So I assume normally when he sends the tank flying, you do a
Execution.
swap.
It's not necessary usually.
Let
I don't think in my hard mode clears I did that.
sanity is a prison. Let madness release you.
Raid buffs if you haven't yet.
Such minds, such fertile ground.
Get out of that
for
circle.
terror.
And so that cleave mechanic is that, or like that knockback thing is actually important to know for the last fight.
Resolved to continue.
Although I may be confusing with hard mode.
Go.
And no, that's our first deco.
So does it matter if you walk towards the boss or do you walk away from the boss to avoid getting knocked back?
You walk toward the boss, so you're out of the cleaves telegraph.
Okay.
We didn't watch where you step.
Nope, and I caught it about halfway down.
Boss. This really likes to put you backwards. If you need to respawn, just remember to hug or on the left side, just hug the right wall.
We await you.
Was too busy looking at loot.
Loot.
Okay, we have 2 killers here. Just feel free to pull this trash. There might be another ad up there. I don't remember in story mode.
Yes, there is.
Now for the Dread Council. Fun fact, if you fall off, you can actually get back up here.
Birth.
Pain. Fear. Death.
You live. You know pain. You have learned fear.
Now only death remains.
Same thing as like the Tyrant's fight, except you take a lot more fall damage. Okay, so Rain knows the fight, so I'll start explaining. I actually need to mark first. Okay, so burn order will be Bestia. Actually, gotta relook at my notes. Okay, it's Bestia, Raptus, Tyrants, Calphy. So that's Flame, Target, Lightning, and Gear. So tank will pull on Bestia. So basically, Bestia will just tank and swing essentially for Bestia. Raptus has a knockback, so I guess I'll kite him around until you need to burn him. Then comes Tyrants. Tyrants has a random aggro table, so once we have to burn him, just like group up so you don't have to move as much. And then Kelpie. So Caesar, I'm gonna have you do this. So basically he puts out a circle on the ground. So like every time he puts out a circle, you'll want to like just move forward inch by inch kind of and not stand in it. Just like kiting him. So we'll burn each boss down to 50%. And once they do that, they'll like return to their thrones. So once everyone, or the thing with Tyrants, the thing with Kelpie is he has a shield, so you need to be inside his shield to DPS him. So once we get everyone down to 50, so Dreadmaster Styrak and Brontus will join the fight. So, Cad, I want you on Styrak first.
That's the animal one, right?
The dragon, or the guy riding the dragon, yeah. So you'll want to bring him to where Brontus is so we can like dot spread or splash to both to like try to bring him down. Brontus does teleport quite a bit, so you'll have to move the dragon quite a bit. Once we do that, we'll just kind of like, or once we burn down both Styrak and Brontus, all 4 Dreadmasters will kind of like come down, and we'll just burn Bestia, or wait, no, I'm getting confused by my notes. So they'll cast something called Fear of the Masters. So they don't do anything else. So feel free to burn them. After that 20-second cast, everything just goes back to normal. So we'll burn in the same order. Maybe not in the same order. We'll just burn Bestia down to 15% from 50%. So once Bestia reaches 15%, they all jump to the middle and like grow big. This is when we'll raid buff. So we'll burn in the same order. So Bestia, Raptus, Tyrants, Kelpie until they all go down to 0. That's it, really. So for Caesar, just remember to like kite the circles around and like kind of stutter step, and try not to lose the or line of sight the healers if you can. Any other questions? This is on Master Looter, so we'll be rolling for things at the end.
Have you set it to Master yet?
Yes. Ready, Joey? Okay. On you, Cad.
Let us begin.
Focus Bestia.
Your time is over.
Kelpie down, so Caesar go grab him.
Abandon your mind.
This is unexpected.
That was a fast burn. Everyone on Raptus.
Victory will be ours alone.
Run through the cleave so you don't get knocked back. And try not to stand in the red circles, because Cad, you're kind of taking him on a red circle. Run through the Tyrants, or Raptus, I guess. Okay, on to Tyrants, lightning.
Is he the one with random aggro?
Can you say that again?
Which one has the random aggro table?
Yeah, that was Tyrants.
Okay.
On to Calfino.
You can't hurt him unless you're under the shield.
Yep.
Yeah, get in
I
here.
actually forgot about that too.
Yeah.
Cannot be.
All right.
Your pains have strength.
Bestia and Bestia, Brontus and Styra coming out.
We fight as one.
Now burn Brontus.
Impossible.
There was
Okay, free DPS. Just go on Bestia. Okay, we're about to push. Raid buffs. Bestia first, then Rapus next.
I feel it.
Do they do any damage chuffs in this phase?
I have absolutely no clue in story mode.
Yes, they do.
But this is generally considered like a soft DPS check. On to Tyrants.
Yeah, taunts don't appear to work during this phase.
No, it's just raid wide damage.
Impossible.
Alright, congrats to everyone who got Chivos. So the way it's gonna work now is there are a bunch of items in here, so you just want to scroll on your name and grab the items. Round boost last, because it'll kick you out. And there's 2 pieces of endless offensive, so there's 2 sage healers actually. So basically the way it'll work is I'll link an item in the chat, and then you'll do /roll, and highest roll, or highest, I guess, 2 rolls, depending on the item, will win. First, I will random out these schematics, though. And these random like light plates. Okay, so first up, I'm gonna put in the mats. Highest 2 rolls win.